ascending the stage. He's jogging to the stage. He jogged all the way past the stage, and he's leaving the building now. Space Cowboy has left the building. Oh, hi. How are you?
Good, good.
You did write that, didn't you? Space Cowboy?
Yeah, I am the Space Cowboy.
And the Gangster of Love.
Well,
and Maurice.
Well,
all those people.
Yeah, I don't know where to go. You're so fast. And
do you believe in the pompous of love? And what
I can tell you. I can tell you what the pompous of love is.
Okay,
everybody wants to know. The pompous of love is nothing. It's a made-up term. You see, it goes back.
Pampas from the Pampas in Argentina, right?
Nothing to do with Argentina. Everything to do with a mishearing of the word puppitudes by Steve Miller. Puppitudes. I know that reveals less than we knew when we started. But
there is a puppitude?
I mean, it's a made-up word based on a made-up word, and that's rock and roll. That's what rock and roll is. It's made up.
Does he have a hearing problem, Steve Miller? He probably does after all these years.
Well, if he has a hearing problem, it's because there's so much cash stuffed in his ears. You know, that would slow anybody down.
But you're still getting residuals on that one, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm in Fat City on the Space Cowboy front.
Gangster of Love.
Gangster of Love. Now
where did that, the origin of Gangster of Love, is that?
Johnny Guitar Watson, this great guitar player out of Texas.
Really, yeah. Okay.
He was the Gangster of Love. See, Steve Miller, God bless him, is a genius at appropriating good ideas.
Yeah. But you wrote the words, didn't you?
I wrote the words for Space Cowboy. This is true, but we're trying to forget it and live it down. And here, every time I show up, I have to live it up.
And who was the Space Cowboy then?
Well, I'm the Space Cowboy.
You're the Space Cowboy.
You're the Space. We are all the Space Cowboy.
Who is Maurice?
Maurice is this kind of smarmy guy with the pencil mustache that's hanging out in front of the bar, saying, "Right this way, suckers. Step right up." That's
Maurice.
Maurice. Yeah.
Hey,
now you know everything you need to know about the Space Cowboy, and you can forget about it.
We can drop that, I guess.
I just want to say how brave a person you are to come up here and do these monologues, these jokes.
That are so bad. You mean?
Well, no, it's not that they're good or bad, but to be.
Oh, thank you very much for that.
No.
You and your pompous. You're being a little pompous.
Okay, you got me.
Don't Cry for No Hipster from the album Double Negative.
Right.
New one from Ben Sidran.
Don't Cry for No Hipster.
Don't Cry for No Hipster.
My people. They all have a copy. It's brilliant.
From the album Artificial Hipster.
That's good. Now that's good.
The older hipster has now got the...
Is the artificial hipster.
Yes.
Wow.
Hipster.
That's deep.
Do we still have hipsters? I mean, the concept of hipsterism.
Well, we're the sons of the Dharma bums, you and I.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
The actual hipsters that you see now in Williamsburg with the small hats and the thin ties, those are fashion
Brooklyn.
hipsters. Those are not hipsters. Hipsters that go back to Lord Buckley and Del Close and these great comic talents. They're gone.
Well, and all the poets.
And the poets and the jazz musicians.
And the jazz guys.
I mean, Mesro. What about Harry the Hipster Gibson? Who remembers him anymore?
I don't know.
No, you don't know.
No,
nor do I. I could have made that up. Who would know?
It's like this Maurice guy I keep talking.
He might be working with Maurice even now. But the hipster.
But you made this in Brooklyn, though. Did you? Were you surrounded by?
I made this CD in Brooklyn to prove a point that you can go anywhere and find hipsters, but if you go to Williamsburg, you're going to find some pretty good musicians too. And these are young Williamsburg musicians that my son, who you'll recall, used to live here in Madison. Now he lives.
Leo,
yeah. He lives in.
Did you forget his name?
No, I didn't forget his name. He put this band.
I mean, you say my son, who you recall. They didn't mention his name.
I was waiting for you.
I thought that was odd. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I was setting you up for your.
Leo used to come.
There it is.
I did a show.
There it is.
I did a show from Dolly's Fine Foods, my first radio show, really, on Williamson Street, and not Williamsburg.
No.
And Leo on his way to grade school.
No, daycare. On his way to the Red Caboose Daycare Center.
Can I tell my story and you tell your story? We'll make a separation. Your stories are on this side now. He was on his way to that school down there. That was not daycare. Well, you might have done daycare too. Anyhow, he used to come on the way to school, stop in, and get on the radio, and do shtick. He was pretty good. And then let him go. He had to get there for the bell. Right. The bell rang, and that was Leo. Now he's a big producer.
Now he's a record producer, and music producer. Does commercials.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. What's he done recently? His biggest recent commercial.
His biggest recent commercial, I think he did a Ford commercial. He did a Visa commercial recently.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Which one did he do?
You know? I couldn't tell you.
You could be a little more proud of what he's doing. Do you have a picture of his Visa commercial in your wallet or anything?
No, I have a Visa card in my wallet, and I'm proud that he can pay his rent.
Can I see your Visa card?
He's paying the rent.
Yeah. Can I see your Visa card for just a moment, please?
Absolutely.
I want to see if your name is actually on it, or if it says Maurice or something on there.
I'm
no, we're going to have
is,
to cut this in half.
I see. I'm hoping this is not a Nigerian scam I've just gotten involved in. I hope I didn't just win $12 million, and all I have to do is give you my Visa card.
Yes. Yes.
May I say something about this hipster concept?
Yes, please.
Thank you. I think that this is going to be sweeping the nation. I think that no, I think I've finally written my first significant hit song.
Yeah.
This it's not "Don't Cry for No Hipster," which everybody in the room knows and loves already. But
because that means it's in double negatives. It means cry for a hipster.
Well, you're the English teacher. I don't know.
It's disturbing.
It is disturbing, but that's the hip thing about it. See, the
double negative.
The question's more important than the answers where we come from. Yeah. We like good questions, and so. Yeah. I wrote this song that I'm going to play today called Back Nine.
Sometime today.
Sometime when you let me play.
If you get to it, yeah.
If I get to it. It's called Back Nine because I feel so many of us are on the back nine now.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Right? We're on the back nine.
It's a golfing thing?
Well, it's a golfing metaphor, but it means much more than that. It means here we are. If we're not having fun now, when are we going to have fun? If we're not enjoying ourselves, and they say, people of a certain age.
Yeah.
And I used to
of an uncertain age is what I think.
Exactly.
Yes.
You see, when you become of a certain age, that means I'm certain of my age. Right. It's the uncertain age, those young wannabe hipsters that maybe don't know how old they are. But I know how.
I don't understand.
Did that make any sense?
No, it made no sense.
But you could have used it in your monologue.
But you got the song in there, and that's the important thing. It's Back Nine, and then
don't even try. If any of you wind up in this chair, don't even try.
And so this is, and did you write all these? No, there's a couple things you didn't write here, because I noticed that 16 Tons you didn't write.
I didn't write Tennessee Ernie's hit, 16 Tons, yeah.
Can you do a hip 16 Tons?
Yeah, I got one.
How do you do that?
Well, you just kind of approach it with a hip attitude.
Yeah?
And
for those of us who don't have that, how does one, get there?
Well, it's a lot like what Fats Waller said when asked about jazz. If you don't know by now, lady, don't mess with it. I mean, if you're not...
Was he talking about the music, or was he talking about something else?
Well, he could have been talking about what's the hip attitude, or he could have been talking about something else, or I could have made this up. I don't know. It's so early in the morning.
Fats Waller was so great. It's cool. They actually had films of him playing the song, almost like videos. Did you ever see those Fats Waller?
They're wonderful.
The movies?
Yeah.
Unbelievably great.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like playing something off here? This is the new album, isn't it? Don't Cry for No Hipster?
Don't Cry for No Hipster. And I would love to play Back Nine for these wonderful people.
Oh.
May I do that?
Would you please? Ben Sidran, ladies and gentlemen.
God, it's like Festivus up there. You got to survive the test of Michael Feldman just to get here. Oh, baby. I made my way to the back nine. They call me the Iron Man. Watching out for the sand traps, formulating my plan out on the back nine. I know how to do my thing, traded in the 5-spot for a new kind of club, but I still maintain my swing. Life ain't nothing but fine out on the back nine, out on the back nine. I'm laying back on the back nine, the hustle still my thing. Driving for show, in the hole for dough. They call me the Rhythm King out on a back nine. Well, it's a hazard just to be alive. Still having fun with the old pitch and run, but now the score ain't nothing but jive. Got the bird on my mind, out on a back nine. I'm out on a back nine. Yeah, life is good on the back nine. The view from the clubhouse turn, running the changes on the driving ranges and waiting for the grass to burn. Out on the back nine, that's where everything is up and in. You got the caddy for daddy, you got the glide in your stride, you got the grin spreading across your chin. Life ain't nothing but fine out on the back nine. Back nine, out on the back nine. What I really dig about the back nine, you get to drive these little cars around. Love the little cars. I saw a guy, I swear this is true, he had air conditioning in his golf cart. Air conditioning. Man was loud and proud. And then, of course, every few minutes, a cart comes up, very nice young lady offers you something to drink. What could possibly go wrong? A beautiful walk spoiled by a small white ball. Life ain't nothing but fine out on the back nine.
Whoa! Thank you. So is that about golf or what?